Oh, hi. I'm sorry, my voice is pretty bad. I'm still a bit sick. No, I'm a lot sick. And I just really want to talk about this because, well, I'm a K-pop fan. I'm an Islet fan. Yes, I'm a Glit. But at this point, I also want to be objective. And I'm an older person. I work corporate. And for all I did have content in about the new jeans case and also about Min Hee Jin. And just 3 days ago, Min Hee Jin won her put option lawsuit. So what's the put option? Well, basically, Min Hee Jin had the option to well, she has the option to sell her shares back to Hybe, and Hybe needs to buy it at a premium. And she won. Was initially Hybe terminated their shareholder agreement, removed her from being CEO, and she resigned. After resigning, she filed a lawsuit seeking that her put option is valid, and the courts decided it was valid. Now, it has caused an uproar among people, among Hybe fans, and it has caused celebration among her fans. Now, again, I like to say that yes, I am a glit. You can in my videos you can see that I have a lot of videos that I really support Islet. Islet is my ultimate group. As much as I have other groups that I support, Islet's the ultimate group I support. Now, this might sound as a defense to Min Hee Jin, but it's not. It's just me being objective. Um, Most people would say that the judge may be paid off by Min Hee Jin, or the the ruling is stupid. But if anything, the ruling was actually consistent. Why is it consistent? Because the ruling, now we're gonna talk about three rulings here. We're gonna talk about three rulings. Number one, the new jeans contract validation, the Dolphiners case, and this put option. If anything, they were all consistent. And what is the consistency about those three? It's all about the contract. It's all about what is written in the contract. What is not in the contract doesn't apply. So it does not. There wasn't any talk about the contract with regards to Hybe removing Min Hee Jin and terminating the put option. So if anything, they were talking about what constitute as a material breach. And in the eyes of the court, what Min Hee Jin did may be wrong, but it does not constitute a material breach, or it does not reach the level for them to decide that what Hybe did was justified. The same thing with New Jeans, where New Jeans let out all these reasons. Sorry, I might be stopping because of um, put out all these reasons for them to terminate their contract with Adore, but at the end of the day, the judge decided that all your reasons were not enough for you to terminate your contract with Adore. For Dolphiners, they were talking about a verbal agreement from Min Hee Jin, but the court said there's nothing written in the there's nothing in the contract that allows the verbal agreement. In fact, you guys need written consent from Adore first to do anything, which caused them to lose. Here, there is no the court decided that what Min Hee Jin did, there was no material breach on what she did, because number one, Hybe owns 80% of the company, and she needs their consent to sell off first. Now, and here's the thing that I would say that maybe it could be a bit sketchy, is that isn't the fact that she was looking for investors already signals Hybe that she's doing something, but then again, the court decided it is not enough. Excuse me. So again, The court did not say she was innocent. It is just that what she did was not enough for material breach. Okay? So again, I'm not defending Min Hee Jin here. It's just that I'm talking about I guess I understood where the courts were coming from. By the way, I'm going to be putting links here from Capital Victims, from Asian Entertainment and Culture, and Hybe, because they were the ones that we were able to explain it. Now, Asian Entertainment explained it very objectively. Hybe a little not so much, but Capital Victims explained it in with their views, which actually I agree with. So I'll put those three there. So again, it does not excuse her from what she did. It's just that it was not enough for her put option to be terminated. Okay? Remember, it's just not enough, because she was planning it, but the plan did not materialize. The plan did not happen. So if I'm accusing you of doing something, but you didn't do it yet, then it's not the crime, or it's not the charge. The same thing, I think Fairlane did the best here, is that it's like murder. How can I charge you with murder when the one that you're supposed to murder is still alive? Okay, it's a different matter. Now, that's one thing. And the second is that apparently, with Hybe owning 80% of Adore, they need to agree to it. But I'll add one thing. But it was in the Kakao messages that Min Hee Jin's plan was to thank Hybe enough that Hybe would agree to sell it, or agree to let Adore go. That's one thing that's of all the things that happened, that's the only thing that I want to contend with, is that isn't it enough that Min Hee Jin's plan is to actually tank the stock so that Hybe will agree to sell Adore? Isn't that part of it? But then again, Hybe will appeal, and I think they have additional evidence, or they have to submit additional evidence. But then again, it's I guess it's something that they'll have to do. They have to go back and think on their game plan again. But for me, I understand where the courts were coming from. If anything, the courts were consistent. And remember, the point here is that it's not about she was innocent or not. It's just that what she did was not enough for material breach to happen. So it's like I'm charging you for theft, but you didn't steal anything yet. You were just about to steal something there. Okay? So it's a different case. And another thing also is the eyelet controversy, the eyelet plagiarism. Two courts have already stated that there is not enough for plagiarism. Please, talkies, dumbasses, there was no mention that Eyelet or Bilift plagiarized. The most was that Bilift got the new jeans concept, but did they found no, it's not. It's totally two different things. So please, get that out of your heads. Two courts already stated it. The two decisions already stated it. The new jeans contract validation, and in this case, the put option. It does not prove plagiarism. So stop. Okay? Stop. And it's not even the case. The case is the put option. So god damn it, stop. And the funny thing there is that you have New Jeans or Tokis celebrating this, but at the end of the day, remember, New Jeans is in Hybe. New Jeans is in Adore. So, what are you celebrating for? Basically, New Jeans sacrificed their career for Min Hee Jin. So, what the hell? Why are you celebrating this win as it's a win for New Jeans? It's not. They lost. They actually lost even more. If anything, you should be thinking that you all the New Jeans girls defended her for nothing. She could have just left, excuse me, filed the put option case. They could have just stayed there, and if when she wins, they can do their other things. So it's not a victory for New Jeans. Actually, they're the biggest losers. So what the hell, talkies? Well, actually, at this point, you're not talkies anymore. You're now okay stands, because it just exposes you all that you're MHJ fans, not New Jeans fans. Now for Eyelit, you know what? Yes, there's going to be hate again, but guess what? You've got glitz now. Okay, MHJ. When you initially did the hate train, there were no glitz. But guess what? We're glitz. Okay, the glitz are here. So Eyelit, we will defend you. Eyelit, we will support you, because you've got glitz now. And I think a lot of glitz have been going on the defensive lately, and thank you, glitz, for that. But again, this is not a victory for New Jeans. If anything, they lost even more. And for Hybe, I also would say that this is your fault. You gave MHJ too much leeway. Bang Shi-hook, you even lent her money to buy more shares. You actually rewarded bad behavior, dipshit. You knew that she was not delivering on what she needed to deliver for Source Music, and here you are giving her her own label and giving her a lot of autonomy, letting her do anything, almost anything she wanted. And then here you are saying that, okay, the put option's done. It's the same thing with New Jeans. New Jeans should have talked to Hybe or talked to Adore about their grievances rather than go public. While you should have met with MHJ and then told her about the put option and everything she did, everything she was planning to do. But what did you do? Nothing. You just cut it. You just cut it. You just, okay, you're now a director. But why didn't you just tell them and say that, hey, what were you doing? What was this? At least confront her for that. File a case. Because in corporate, what I would do is I would file the case. I wouldn't just tell her you're removed, because that is my job. I mean, that is the realm I'm in, and since it's corporate, I would have filed an administrative case, so that at least if she complains that she was illegally dismissed or whatever, I would say that I filed the case. So I did it through process, while you guys just removed her and didn't address the fact that she was trying to tamper. So it's your fault too, Hybe. I'm not saying that, well, I'm not a Hybe stan, I'm an Eyelit stan. And I'm not going to support a $1 billion company because it's a $1 billion company. I support their artists. But then again, Hybe, you also have something about you're also responsible in this, because you perpetuated the monster. You built that monster. And now that it bites you in the ass, here you go having to fix it. Right? But then again, there's still gonna be an appeal. So that $17 million that MHJ won might be held for some time. So until the final verdict is done. But then again, I do understand where the judges are coming from. They're not biased. They're actually consistent. And for Hybe and for the Kim and Jang, you have to do better, because this might hurt the Belief Lab case. Yes, this will hurt the Belief Lab case. So I guess you have to do better.